Welcome to the Smorgasbord Podcast, episode 52, where we talk about a variety of different topics, uncensored, unedited, and unfiltered. We're back. By the time of this recording, my first official week of school back as a junior, first year as a junior. No, I mean, of course, first year as a junior, hopefully. My first week back after the long summer. It was a long one. It felt forever, but it was a good, interesting one. I'm taking, let's see, my schedule is AP Psychology. It was AP US History. Now it's just regular US History. More on that later. American Literature, Band, and not Geometry, Algebra 2. And my sixth, because we're supposed to have 6 classes, my 5th class is actually an internship. But the program fell through, so I haven't gotten it yet. We're working on that. Hopefully it's with the Harlem Globetrotters. Hopefully that's what we're aiming for. Or somewhere in the sports management world. Or just anyone that wants to pick me up. I am not particularly picky in any way. Just hint, if anyone's watching, your boy will work. Your boy is dedicated. But all in due time. This first week back, my school has been all in person. We're wearing masks, but we're all in person. It's very interesting, to say the least. Came back. It was good to see everybody. Quick story before we get to kind of today's topic, because this is kind of part of it, but it's introducing to the big thing I do want to talk about. Was in my AP US History class, or if you follow my TikTok, you kind of already know what this story. But basically, I had my first kinda in real life hater. Hate her. I use that term loosely, but I'm gonna fucking claim it anyways. So basically, I show up first day of school, chilling, right? AP US History, right? I found my seat. I'm over there with my shades on. One of these with my outfit. I'll wear my outfit that I was wearing that day. Oh, that was a nice outfit. Shout out Uncle Ryan. He sent me it. It was dope. I love that outfit. It was awesome. I wore it, here with the shades on in class, because why not? Just chilling, having a good time, just chilling. And honestly, this girl that was in my freshman year language arts class, Valerie, I was like, oh shit, I haven't seen her in like pretty much 2 years. Because like after that, I didn't see her at all during the school, or pretty much a year and a half. So I was like, oh, hey Valerie, what's going on? How's your summer? And she was like, nah, fuck you. And I'm like, what? She's like, what? And she was like, nah. She's like, nah, fuck you. We ain't cool. And I'm like, why? I asked you how your summer was. And she was like, I saw your TikTok. I don't like it. We ain't cool no more. And I'm like, well, what part? Which one are you mad at? And she was like, all of it. You talk like a bitch. And I was like, you're mad over 60 seconds? It's the first day of school. What the fuck? And so, I was wearing a mask, but I was smiling under that mask. I was like, yes, sir. First day back. Bro, she was so mad. It was like that, but I switched out of that class because the workload was just too much. And, being able to do music, being able to properly... I apologize. Manage my time correctly, and to keep my sanity, I had to drop down to regular U.S. History because AP classes, for those who don't know or don't have them, they say AP. All that basically means it's a college course in a high school setting. So basically, I'm taking a college class at high school, which is different from doing enrollment. I was taking 2 at the time, AP Psychology, which, they didn't offer any other versions of psychology. It was just that or college. It was that or nothing. Sorry. And then U.S. History was either on level or AP, and AP was just a lot of work. And I was like, it wasn't hard at all. It was just a lot of work, and I was like, I can't do it. So I had to drop out real quickly. So I dropped down. I might pick it up. I might try it again my senior year. Who knows? We'll see what it looks like. With my internship, marching band, music, just a lot of things going on. It just wouldn't be good for my mental health because I'm trying to maintain all this, including this one. I don't want to let this slide during the school year and all that stuff. I want to maintain all this and just keep it pushing. So, it's just about prioritizing my time and energy. Sorry, I keep yawning. It's been a long day, been a long week. But yeah, it's been interesting. I enjoy all my classes, AP Psychology, we just discussed what the placebo effect is, and the more we get into that class, the more I'll be talking about that in the future. I'm very excited for that one. That one I'm really enjoying. U.S. history, we're talking about the Salem witch trials, which, fun fact for those who don't know, at least in America, the myth that people were burned at the Salem witch trials, that only happened in Spain. That actually didn't happen in America. Out of the 20 confirmed people, a good majority of them were hung. A few died in jail, and my favorite guy, one of them, he got suffocated to death. But that's not why he's my favorite or is funny, because what had happened, he was an older fella by their standards, because like people were getting married off at like 13. So if he was ancient to them, it would have been like what, probably like 20. I don't know. So let's say, God, Jesus, my apologies. Let's say, for sake of argument, he was 20. They stuck, basically as part of the Salem witch trials, they try to get you to confess. Basically, it's so backwards. It's like if you confess, you and your children will be scrutinized, but you'll live. If you don't confess, in some way, shape, or form, they'll kill you. One of the ways of confession was asphyxiation. So what they did was they put him between two wood boards and kept putting stones on him to see if to basically get him to confess. And the only thing he kept saying was, with a straight face, more weight. So he kept putting more weight on him to confess, and he's just like, more weight, more weight. Until he died. They never found if he was a witch or not. And I was like, that is some real gangster shit. If you're getting crushed, you're just like, more weight, you're a bitch. I ain't no witch. More weight. Basically the big middle finger to the Puritans. But yeah, no, he was cool. Shout out to that guy, man. Hope he's doing all right. I hope he's doing better in the afterlife, or wherever he may be. That dude was a legend, forever remembered. R.I.P. all the homies that died at the Salem witch trials. They weren't really witches, but at least I would hope not. A lot of them weren't innocently killed, so it's just sad. But it's part of America. So I learned that in U.S. history, and weirdly enough, in American history. And this is where I bring my point to talk about American history, because band is band. We're just learning music. Algebra 2. I mean, algebra is just math with letters now, which is a war crime in my opinion. But who am I? What do I know? And then my 6 periods of internship, but I don't have one yet. When I get that internship, I will be talking about that. But today, I'm here to talk about a little bit about American literature and my observation in that class, because this is a very captivating class. So in there, we're talking about, the first topic we're talking about is the American dream. Basically, that ideology of, when you come to America, land of opportunity, all that, yada, yada, yada. So they keep talking about it, and a lot of my class is very conflicted, where it's like, they ask the question, is the American dream dead? Is it alive? Is it changed? Is it even real at the beginning? And a lot of them said it was dead, which is very interesting, because I said it just changed. Because, and the reason I said it was because, and a lot of people do get this misconception, is that they like to base the American dream off of an America that doesn't exist anymore, and that dream is not the same. So if you were saying that part of the dream is dead, I would say yes and no, in that it's still a possibility, it's still part of the dream, but it's not the end-all be-all, because of the simple fact that America has changed. If you base it off the 1950s version, which is, you get there on the boat, you work hard enough, the big house with the white picket fence, the dogs, the 2 kids, and the wife. And you live your life, and you do all that stuff. So you're talking about if that is still the American dream now, then I would say no, because more people are invested into it. So there's more people here. And because society has moved forward as it should, that dream must move forward. So like I said, for example, back then it was like you could pay for college with a summer job. You can't do that now. College was the route to go to be successful. Like that guaranteed success. Now there's a lot of people, a lot of YouTube creators, a lot of internet personalities who don't have to go to college and still make millions and millions of dollars doing things that they love, and they never really had to get a college education. That's not me denouncing any younger people, denouncing going to college. I believe personally, I don't. I want to go for connections, but and I'll go for any little amount of knowledge, but it doesn't really captivate my interest like that. But that's just me. At the end of the day, if you have that route and you want to go to there, you go there. Do it. Do whatever makes you feel happy. And so, but yeah, so to say that it's dead, I was like, I don't say that. I say because people are kind of like this shit on America now, and it's all. And another thing I've learned in this class, or I've been reminded also by watching an interview recently by Tyler the Creator. Shout out to Tyler the Creator. Let me tell you, man, that man is a fucking genius. That kid is like there are certain people, like I don't even listen to his music like that. Like his music's actually all right. Like I haven't listened to the song that I would put on my playlist, but I've been listening to it. You know, I didn't really listen to him like that until I heard this man speaking, and I'm like, this dude is fucking incredible. Like if I met him in school, I would be friends with him. Like if I met him now, I'd be friends with him as a person. Like damn the fact that it's Tyler the Creator, I would be friends with Tyler because that dude is cool. Same thing with Lil Nas. If I ever get to big enough to meet them and all that stuff, as a person, I'd be like, you're cool as shit. I would hang out with you, like as a person, not even as a fan or anything. Like as a person, you're cool as shit, and I want to hang out with you. But that's neither here or there. Another thing I learned from that, from watching him and just being in this class, is that it's how. Basically, what Tyler Creator says is basically what I've been saying, just a little bit different. He says what he's learned when he's gotten older is that everything is just reference point, and no one's really wrong. Meaning that basically everything's just opinion. What I've been saying, which is the same thing, is that everything is someone's opinion, and everybody's just confidently guessing, and no one really knows the answer. So they're not really wrong. And how he put it was like, when he made his album, and he talked to some people, and they're like, hey, bro, ain't nobody playing that shit outside. They're not wrong. Because by their definition of outside, they're not playing it out there. By definition of outside, they are playing it out there. So it's the same thing with everything. So like in their eyes, the American dream is, and that's the same thing with the American dream. The American dream, as is anything, a reference point. My American dream isn't your American dream, and your American dream may not be the next person's American dream. It means different things to different people because we are all not the same in the sense of the mind and what we value as people. We all don't really have the same values as like at the baseline. Yes, we do. Most of us at least. Some people have very different values, but. All in all, we want the same, be happy, have a good life, all that stuff, and do what we want to do, and do what we love in life, whatever that may be. Love who we love, basically life, liberty, happiness, the whole nine. Life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness, whole nine. So, when you get down to it, but when you get down to the detail parts of what finds you happy, that's what makes people them. That's what changes people to make the definition of what you find the American dream to be. If you believe that the American dream is dead, in the sense because it's not the same American dream as that you show up and stuff, you show up and it's nothing's handed to you, then that's on you, because that's your perception, what you thought it would have been and what you expected. But if I understand as someone else coming to the country or being born here, being like, if I work hard enough, I can be what I want to be, because this is a land of opportunity, and you just have to take opportunity because everybody's taking it, and there's a lot of competitors because more people are buying into it every single day. Then that's mine. But I personally don't believe it's dead. I believe it's just changed because as it needs to, as this whole country needs to be like revamped. I said it before, I say it again. If the founding fathers came back, the first thing they said was that you didn't rewrite any of this shit. I wrote this with a feather. You guys have phones and actual lights. I wrote this with a feather by candlelight. You got technologies, you got cars, you didn't update any of this? This paper's still old. Make new ones. So, but yeah, it was just very interesting. I talk about it, and I want to see what people's opinions are here. So go comment. What do you think? Do you believe the American dream's dead? Do you believe that it's changed? Do you believe that it's alive? And if you do believe that there is an American dream, what is your American dream? Because those are one of those things that are led up to for debate. And there's no real right answer. There's no real, oh, your dream is wrong. Because at the end of the day, it's your dream. Whatever your dream is, whatever your dream is. Nobody else can tell you it's wrong or right. Because at the end of the day, it's all reference point. We're all just confidently fucking guessing. No one really has the answers, even adults, as much as adults and children act like they do, including me. We don't really got the answers. We're all just kind of guessing here. So, I'm curious to see what people think about all that stuff. And yeah, it was just put things in perspective. It was just very interesting. In that whole thing where it's like, where it was like, just to really think about it outside of that box in that way and just really talk about it, just getting me back in the groove of thinking again, in the sense of I'm always thinking, but like as far as thinking with others and being like understanding that, and I'm just like, it's a very interesting thing, and just the perspective of America as a whole. The perspective of America as a whole, depending on where you go, is very interesting, because I always talked about it kind of, and I don't know if I talked about it on here, but I would like to address it, because it's like a whole thing was like, because people here in America, as Americans, like to say that this country's garbage. They like to say this country has like a lot of issues, which it does, not disagreeing. But like to denounce and only look at the bad side of things and be like, this is an awful place to be. When in reality, it's not that awful, in the sense of you're comfortably complaining, meaning that you are saying America's awful, this and that, but you're reaping off the benefits of America. Not everyone, obviously, but a good majority. Like, my mom likes to say that, America's not that great. But at the end of the day, she's a woman whose highest again, not a knock to her, but you understand that she is a woman who is now making six figures with her highest level of physical paper education being a high school diploma, and she works over people. And through her hard work of 20 years working at her job, she's working over people because she's genuinely smarter than some of these people who have masters, associates, PhDs. She's working over people with those things. And it's like, so I'm like, yeah, it has issues, as does every country. So if you're expecting it to be perfect, then that's more on you. But is it an awful place to be? No, it's just like I said, it's reference point. It's where are you at? Do you think it's awful? Like if you live in the hood, you think all of America was the hood, then yeah, you'd think it's like as awful as fucking some of these other places who are at war all the time. But if you're at some nicer places who see the brighter side of things, or always know to understand that the world isn't your block, or the world isn't your street, your house, your school, etc., then it's much broader than that. It's much more complex. And to simplify it down to it's always good or it's always bad is very like narrow-minded, in the sense of you're trying to fit a circle into a box. You're trying to fit a giant circle into a small box, and mad that it's not fitting correctly. Because it's not, even that's a bad example, in the sense of like this whole world, even us as people, we're too complex to be put in boxes. And so some people settle themselves and cut and shape themselves a certain way to fit in those boxes, because it's easier to do that than to be yourselves and stand out. And it's all the perspective of what do you choose. Like, again, just today, like by the time this comes out, it'll be today, yeah, it'll be today. I had recorded. For those who don't know, I was in a documentary for the Harlem Globetrotters because of my story about being bullied. Go watch it. It's on my personal Instagram. It's on YouTube. Just look it up. Harlem Globetrotters. It's called The Jersey. 6-7 minute video. Go watch it. It's very basically about how I overcame bullying and all that stuff, and how they helped me out and all that. and it's pretty dope. But I'm sorry, I lost my train of thought. So, I just got done, and so my mom's friend, who's a teacher, I just remembered it. My mom's friend, who's a teacher, is making a lesson plan, and she's using that video, which I was like, shout out to her, like, that's really cool. I'm grateful to even have my message reach far enough that's like across state lines, but even like to where I get to teach through my experience, get to help kids who are dealing with it possibly the same way and don't have people like I didn't have people, had to learn the hard way. I just recorded a video of me answering those questions, answering the questions they had, like, why did no one help you? How long were you bullied? Et cetera, which I do appreciate all the questions. And if they ever do see this, they're all too young because they're like all fifth, fourth, and third graders. So not too young for knowledge, but my language might not be good for them. So I don't know. If you show them, watch it. I'm not gonna stop you. Go ahead. Welcome to your youth, to the land of knowledge and hypotheses, but at the end of the day, it's all reference point, and it's all what I think. Take that with what you will. So, I had written, I spoke, it was like a 13-minute video, and I had sent it to him, and I was just like, hey, here it is. Told him I said thank you, so I have to wait and see what that is, what's happening with that, what to see, but I bring up that point to be like it's just reference point, like just stuff like that in that community. Of helping. It's just a very different way of looking at things. I think overall it's a good thing of looking at. It's a good thing. It's a good way of looking at things. It's a good way of basically don't be too narrow-minded about certain things. Is what I'm learning. It's all reference point. We're all guessing. Just be open to be open to being wrong. That's the biggest thing. The greatest thing that you can know is that you don't know shit. The greatest thing you can know is that you could know nothing. That's really it. You don't know anything. Like when you think you know everything is when life humbles you out and makes you realize that you don't. You think you know that much, but you really don't. Because nothing is new under the sun, and almost every thought has already been thought. So it's definitely a very humbling thing. So just being open to those different personalities has definitely reminded me to be like, to understand and be like, okay, that's it. Like, though I've heard them, like really dissect and really be able to be in a place where I can process that fully. It's just like, it's interesting, very interesting. Also, I want to announce a quick announcement. So, like I said, I've been making music, and I'll get my group on a podcast at some point, and we'll talk more about it. But this Wednesday, hopefully, Wednesday, Thursday, stay tuned in my Instagram, my social medias to hear more announcements. But deadline, this Wednesday. Me and my group, the Balanced Ones, with A-Mac and Monarch, Harper, Lee, and Aretta. Shout out to them. They'll be on here too. You'll meet them. We'll talk about it. Be very, very good. Awesome. Are coming out with our first song as a group. Our very first song. We put a lot of effort into this. It was a lot of work. We still have a few finishing touches, but overall, this song's looking good. It's not what you're gonna expect from me. This is my first ever song being made. The whole process. Just going and now making a song. I have so much more appreciation to the levels. Like, I appreciated the hard work, and I knew it wasn't easy work at all. But just the levels and just this song. We put so much work into. The quality of it is the number one thing we talk about. The quality, it's so important. Like, as a young artist, because I want this to be a thing where I get paid and I can do and I can perform and be a real artist, like a musician. I don't want to just be a rapper or a singer. I want to be a musician. And and just working and just the quality of this is just so good. And honestly, Harper Lee, oh my God, is a like, y'all don't understand how genius Harper Lee is, which is Monarch. And you'll hear he is a musical, like it's so humbling in the sense of like, and I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful for Aretta because she showed that she was dedicated. And I'm so, like I said, this group, I'm just so grateful that I found people that were willing to work with me. And we've gotten so much done. Like, I gotta again shout out to Joseph. We've sat over here for days and have worked and worked and worked on beats and just listening and just music. I have to shout out him. I have to shout out Aretta for being the very first person a part of the group. And she was over here talking about for weeks, over here writing songs, listening to beats, talking in the studio for hours and days and days and days, working and putting the effort. And Harper fucking Lee, Monarch, sorry if that's too loud on the mic. When I tell you this man is a genius and that he hasn't been getting paid for this, it's a travesty. It's a fucking travesty. This man, his musical talent is so, like, he will be, like, I'm telling you, when he takes this producing stuff to the next level and just his musical talent overall, he can be one of the best producers, if not the best producer in the world. Like, his talent and his ear for everything is so good. And he's like, just the attention to detail. And I've been so thankful to work with him and to have him in my group. It's a blessing. And so this Wednesday, it's called The Party. More updates on that will be coming soon. Follow my Instagram, follow the group, the music Instagram at the Balance Ones Music. There'll be a link to those. I'll type it up in the description of this stuff. I'm just so thankful for all of them. I really have to shout them out, and just, we put a lot of effort into this. We're gonna go make a finishing touches, or we're gonna do all the things we need to do, and it'll be out on SoundCloud, be out on Spotify. More info will be coming soon, but stay tuned for that. Mark down your calendars this Wednesday. It's gonna look like that's when the days come out, and I'm so excited for y'all to hear this. I want to let you know I want to hear what y'all think about this track. It's something that we've worked hard on, and I am proud of everyone's effort, even if it wasn't as good as it was. When I tell you that it's good, people hype up their own shit, and they're like, oh, we think it's good for a first song. No, this song is genuinely catchy and it's good, and outside of what I think, because the whole process of me making it, I was unhappy with my part in it at first, because I was upset because I'm a perfectionist, and that me being, because who I am, I'm like, I have to get this right, in the sense of the whole thing was to have fun, and I was having my fun, don't get me wrong, but I also wanted to be good quality, and I wasn't here to waste time. I wanted to get these songs out. I was writing every day. I wrote a bunch of songs. Like, I have like 12 or 13 songs in the stash right now. Just written. And I've been putting so much effort. So, and then I came back with a clearer head, and I redid it, and I had more fun with it. And just, like, I swear to God, I can't thank them enough for taking it this serious and all that. I really do gotta thank them wholeheartedly. They I appreciate them, and I appreciate music overall in all genres on such a different level now. The same way that you can't understand boxing and certain things till you do it. Like, oh my God, I understand. Like, I fucking get it. I truly understand it on such an experience that I understand how meticulous it can be, how draining it can be, how long, and how you can really test your patience about how you want certain things to come out, and how they're in just the work and the grind of it. I could go on and on. There's such a deeper level of appreciation that now I understand why Eminem is a god. Like. Oh my God! There's just overall musicians. I understand why Kanye is all around fucking ridiculous. Like why he's so ridiculous as a musician, a producer, an artist, a rapper, etc. Just why he's insane. Why all these people, X, all the way back down to Tupac, Biggie, all these people were so crazy because you truly understand and love the music aspect of it. While I just started, it's just such an appreciation for it, and I but yeah, this Wednesday it's coming out. I'm very excited. We put a lot of effort into this, like month into this days, countless hours in the studio with retakes and all that. When I tell you that this is actually the really good quality in general, and people tend to hype their own music and be like, oh my god, it's all right. Like I'm telling you. For us, for our first song, it ain't bad, and it really, the quality of the music, and just for us being kids, a lot of people don't have the resources to high quality tech and stuff like that. We've been fortunate enough to find that, and I was blessed with finding Harper, and Harper is like even as people, just our relationships with those people. I was always cool. I didn't really know Harper like truly like that much. I knew him because he was in my band and I kind of talked to him, but just as a person, he's really cool. Alretta, I got to talk to her a bunch more because she was one of those people where like I would see at school, but I'd never see her again. I saw her at like Alan's birthday party, but other than that, I never saw her. Or I saw her at her birthday party, but I never got to see her again. And just knowing her on a deeper level, it's just like it's been such a blessing. And I wouldn't replace them for the world. And this has just been a great experience, a great way to start off. And it's just about having fun with it. And, just mark candles, calendars. This Wednesday, I gotta, let me look at the calendar really quick so I know specific dates. Next Wednesday, August 18th. August 18th, mark that in your calendars, August 18th. Write it somewhere. We're dropping it. It's going to be so good. I can't wait. There'll be more information about it, and there'll be more promotions so we forget, but it'll be great. We put a lot of effort. I'm so excited. I'm so proud of everybody. I am harder on myself, and that's just me being naturally hard on myself, but I'm so thankful for everybody, and I can't wait for y'all to hear it and just to see people's reactions, because people haven't really seen me do that many musical things. Like, yeah, people have seen me play the tuba, they've seen me kind of play the guitar, and they've heard me sing on occasion, and but just as really fully dedicating my time and trying this new thing that I'm actually really enjoyed. They haven't really seen that, so I really do want to just see the feedback, good, bad, or indifferent, from my friends, my family, and just in general about what they think about it. So, yeah, I'm so excited for it. I think it's gonna be really fun, and this is just the start of hopefully a long, successful career in this, because this is something that I want to do and I want to take serious and I want to have, and I care about the quality, and I said it at the beginning and I'll say it again. When I first announced this, I was like, I don't care if you're not quote unquote naturally gifted or naturally talented. I didn't care about that. I cared about if you were willing to work hard with me and put effort in. Because I will take that in dedication. I would take that over. I would take someone who can sing good versus if you're out of tune singing, but you're willing to work every day to get better and to work on stuff. I cared about that, and I found the group of people who were willing to put that effort in and take it just as serious as I am, as I want to take, and they believe in the truer vision that I have, and they are one with it, and I can't say enough good things about them. I really can't say enough good things about them. I really do love and appreciate each and every single one of them and all the time that they've invested in this. And when you hear this, I and hopefully I'm not overhyping it. I'll try not to overhype it. It's just overall I'm talking about the process of music. And for me to be able to just like after like literally the same night I announce I want to start music. Who wants to join me? Aretta to hit me up, and we write a song that night. She comes over the next day. We write two more. We get in the flow of things. Then she hits up Harper, and we're in the studio making beats, talking about it, and he's invested into it. And we're holding meetings, and we're getting things organized, and just all that whole process. It's just, I love every single step of it. The hardest part of that process is waiting. It's literally just waiting because I want this song to be ready in the sense of, and I'm not rushing anything. Because that's the one thing I said, we can't allow as a group to rush anything, and to just to rush anything, and we want to pay attention to detail. We want to test things over and again, try new things, and make sure it is of the highest quality, and that sounds as professional, and we take this serious. Because we do want to make this we want to have fun with this, but we also do want to make a career out of this. And when they get on the podcast, which I will have them on eventually, I just have to figure that out. Stay tuned for that. I'll my God, we'll go more in depth about that, just from other perspectives. And it's just I'm just so excited, and I'm trying not to overhype it, but just overall process of, then a week later we're in the studio making beats, and then we find a beat that clicks, and then we just write, and it works. And through the frustration, the just the time, the energy that we've put into it, I can't wait for it to come out, And it's like I said, this is definitely the year. Like, I made this post on Instagram, and I had typed out this whole entire thing that for my first time, I'm feeling motivated to do something. And I'm feeling motivated for the first time in 16, almost 17 years. In my body of work, where I started a business unmotivated, I started a podcast unmotivated, and I've been able to do things. I don't know what it was. It was just me doing it. But now that I'm motivated to do all these things again through this music, it's really woken up my motivation and all this. And just upon my reflection, I'll read what I wrote. Upon my reflection of my summer and heading into my junior year, I realized that this will be the hardest year, challenge-wise, for me than I have ever had before. But along with these new challenges come new opportunities. That is where I thrive. I am now more at peace and prepared for what is to come than I have ever been. I am ready. I am more confident in my abilities than ever in my mind, body, and spirit. I feel that finally I have motivation for the first time in my life. It's hard to describe the feeling. Going into my junior year, I will show myself discipline and strength if I haven't already, and lead myself and my loved ones to better futures and mindsets. I have been working hard this summer in preparation for big things to come. I finally feel like feel what it's like to have motivation to do things. Even though my mental health is poor, my new sense of purpose will help. It is when I have been counted out and when that I shine the most. Conor McGregor once said, "I am not here to take part. I am here to take over." And that's what I intend to do. I plan on bringing my loved ones with me. It won't be easy, but I feel prepared. There are no nerves going in, just being prepared for everything and see where life takes me. I'm not typing this to give some BS. This is my year on gang doctrine. This is a turning point in my life, and I will hold everyone to the same expectations as I hold myself, all while we are having fun. Thank you. I love y'all, and I can't wait to get started. Michael McClinton. I typed that, and I felt like Conor. Oh man, I felt like Conor McGregor. I was like, I am no longer the man that pulls the strings. I am the fat cat, and the fat cat is a dangerous animal, minute, because he's pulling all the strings. I am more prepared. I will shine. When you all count me out is when I will. You push me to the side, and I feel like I am a man here, and I am going to shine. And with the shades, I felt. It's just this mindset, just me going in here, and I'm like, just school, and I'm like, if I can get through this, I can really invest my time to all that, and I just can't wait. I can't wait. So yeah, August 18th, Wednesday. That's when it's looking like it's coming out. Stay tuned for more information. Just my musical journey, just all that, and you'll meet Aretta and all that, get a bigger insight of who we are as people, and it's just so cool. I've been able to meet so many cool people in my life, and do so many cool things, to just be able to try so many cool things. And my friends that get on me too. My friends are like, bro, you like whatever it is you want to do, you do it. And I'm like, I don't know about that one, but if they're like, for real, which is, it's weird for me to accept those kind of compliments. They're just like, yeah, you want to go join the wrestling team after 8 years of being out the game, and you do it. And I was like, yeah, no, I feel you. Is that you wanted to start a business at 8, you did it. You wanted to go to a podcast in the middle of a pandemic, you did it. You said, hey, I want to try music, and you go and do it. And I'm like, I guess. And I have those moments where I'm just like, I'm really hard for me to accept compliments. And then there are moments where I'm like, other conversations I had where people underestimate a lot. My whole existence is an underestimation. People underestimate my physical ability, my mental ability, my intelligence, everything. And there's just moments where I'm like, I do all this. Like, I don't even talk on an arrogant level. I do all this. And a lot of y'all wish y'all had the life I had. And y'all sit here and y'all spit in my face because I'm me. I'm like, okay. We gonna see. Okay. When you see what is going to happen to you, you are done out here. You're done. You're finished out here. But, so I have those moments. But, over and all, they do have a fair point. For me, I'm just not afraid to try things. Though I may not be the best at them, I'm working. And I'm trying, and effort makes up for all of that. Effort and hard work will make up for any flaw, and just with enough time and effort into it, you can get through it. And that, in my opinion, is my American dream. See how I wrapped that around on y'all? You weren't even expecting it. I'm too good. I'm telling you, man, I can bring it back. I brought it back. So yes, big end all question. What is my definition of the American dream? Because like I said, it's all reference point. And it's all opinion. And no one's really wrong. That's all life is, in my opinion. So what is my American dream? I believe if you work hard enough, whether you're born in this country or born anywhere else in the world, no matter where you're at, if you put enough effort, well, nothing is guaranteed, and nothing will be easy, nothing will be handed out, you can get to a certain level where you want to be, wherever that is you may be. If you put enough effort and you believe in it long enough and don't waver, you can be whatever you want to be. And you can do whatever you want to do. And as long as you keep that mindset of unwavering faith in that, and the psychology of that being the placebo effect, and like you believe, you make that a reality for yourself. You make like Mike Tyson said, he made his dreams delusional, his delusions to reality. Why couldn't anyone else do the same? Just about having that self-faith and always having a good support system to help push you along the way. So yeah. That's kind of my whole spiel. I'll see how this comes out. August 18th. Stay tuned for more information along the way. But August 18th, mark your calendars. Our first official song, which is crazy to say. I didn't think I'd have the musical talent to even do it. It's just a risk that I took. I'm really excited for it. I can't wait to see it. And good. I'm just excited to see feedback, good or bad. I'll be like, I'll take it, So, and just as a group, we're very excited. And so, this has been another episode of the Smorgasbord Podcast. Stay safe. Love y'all. Bye-bye.